Welcome back to the Champion Mindset Collective podcast. This is the place where we ignite your passion, turbocharge your success, transform your thinking, and ignite the champion within you. I'm your host, Anthony Dahya, and if you haven't already done so, please follow this podcast so that you don't miss any future episodes. Today, we'll be exploring what do you really want in your life in 2024. Now, this year, I have been listening to many different speakers or motivational speakers or influencers who have influenced me over this year. People like Tony Robbins, Shetty, Howes, Dahya. And these four people have been quite consistent in the way they have inspired me. And so what I want to do is share some of the magic or the gems that they've shared in their podcasts and online. And I've made this podcast to really bring some inspiration from those greats and then be able to give you some tips, understand what you want in your life in 2024. Now, I've broken this down into 5 segments. So we'll go through each segment and there'll be a break in between. So get your pen and paper ready because you might like to write down some of the stuff and it will help you in your journey ahead in 2024. Segment 1 is understanding your true desires. Welcome to this first step of your journey in exploring your true desires. Now, Tony Robbins often says, clarity is power. But the question is, how do we find this clarity in our own lives? It's not just about listing our wants. It's really about diving deep into our core and understanding who you are. So let's start by reflecting on moments where you felt truly alive. Think about it. Was it when you were helping others? Maybe you were volunteering, doing some charity work, or supporting a friend. Was it when you were creating something? Maybe it was art or music or a new project at work. Or maybe it was when you were learning something new, learning new skills and expanding your knowledge. These moments are like clues in a treasure hunt. They guide us towards our true passions. Shetty says that our passion often lies where our skills and the needs of the world intersect. It's a powerful thought, don't you think? It's not just about what we want, but it's also about what we're here to give and to contribute. And this intersection is where true fulfillment lies. So take a moment right now. Think about it. What you're good at. What skills do you possess that come naturally to you? And now pivot your thoughts to the world around you. What does the world need that you can provide? Maybe it's your ability to listen. Maybe you have creative ideas. Or maybe you're really good at solving complex problems. So this is not just a reflection. This is like a discovery process. So I want you to note down what brings you joy and how it contributes to the world. For example, if you love writing and you see the need for more honest, heart-touching stories in the world, that intersection is your calling. If you're skilled with technology and you see a gap in educational tech or for underprivileged children, well, again, that's where your path lies. Remember this, clarity of purpose is your guiding star for 2024. It's not set in stone. It's a living, breathing goal that evolves as you grow. And as you write down these thoughts, don't limit yourself. Let your imagination and your heart guide you. This is the first step in transforming your life, understanding what you truly desire, not just on the surface, but deep down in your core of your being. And this change begins today. Not tomorrow, not New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day. It begins today, with you understanding and embracing your true desires. Take a few more seconds to finalize your thoughts. Remember, this is a safe space for your dreams to take shape. And in the next segment, we'll explore how to turn these desires into actions. Welcome back to segment 2. Action is key. Having explored your true desires, we now turn to a crucial aspect called action. So Rob Dial, who's the mindset mentor, this is a man that I listen to every morning when I walk down to the beach, and he's been a true inspiration and influence in my life. He often says that the transformative power of taking action towards your dreams, no matter how small, it's about making your dreams a reality through deliberate, consistent steps. And it's about taking consistent action every day, which is going to help you build the muscle of competence and also confidence. But how do we start? So let's begin by breaking down your dream into achievable goals. It's like building a bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Think about your goal, the dream that you've written down in the previous segment. Now ask yourself, what can you do today, this week, or this month to get closer to your dream? It's about creating a roadmap for your journey. Another man that's inspirational, Howes, talks about the journey from vision to reality. He says that the journey is filled with small, consistent actions. It's not the grand gestures, but the daily steps that we take to create real change. So, for example, if your dream is to write a book, your action today might be to outline the first chapter. If you're wanting to start a business, maybe the immediate step could be to research your market. Now, I want you to write down one small action you can take immediately. Chunk it down. Make it so small that you can actually achieve it. It should be something specific and achievable. For example, today I will write 200 words for my book, or I will make a list of potential names for my business. This action becomes your commitment and a promise to yourself. Now remember, the path to your dream is built one step at a time. Each step may seem small, but they accumulate. It's a bit like those loyalty cards where you go into a store, you spend money, you earn points, and then you can go and save, for example, fuel. So these accumulated steps, they build momentum, and the momentum is what carries you forward through doubts and challenges. And it's about celebrating these small steps or these small victories that we have as they bring you closer to your dream. And as we talk about action, it's also important to address your fears and your doubts that as they come up. It's natural to feel overwhelmed and uncertain. But remember, action breeds confidence and courage. And as you take these steps, you'll find your fears diminishing and your belief in yourself growing. So take a moment now to commit to that one action. Visualize yourself doing it. How does it feel? Empowering? Absolutely. This is how dreams start becoming a reality, one action at a time. And as you write down and commit to this action, you know you're not just planning. You're starting or you're initiating a change in your life. And a change that's going to bring you closer to your dream, closer to the life that you envision for yourself in 2024. With your action step written down, feel the sense of achievement that comes with it. And in the next segment, we'll explore how to overcome limitations and doubts that might come up on this journey. Welcome back to segment 3, breaking free from limitations. Now let's look at the critical aspect of achieving your dreams, overcoming limitations. Tony Robbins talks about the power of our beliefs. He says, our beliefs shape our destiny. If we believe something is beyond our reach, it likely will be. But what happens when we shift these beliefs? Think about a limitation that you've faced. They might be doubts from others, your own fears, or perhaps maybe the societal expectations. Now let's try to reframe these limitations. Shetty encourages us to view our struggles as opportunities for growth. Each challenge and each limitation can be a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Take a moment to write down a limitation that you're currently facing. Now, let's reframe it. How can this challenge be an opportunity? Maybe it's a chance to learn something new, to grow stronger, or to prove to yourself that you can overcome obstacles. This shift in perspective isn't just positive thinking, it's a strategic approach to life's challenges. For example, if you're worried about financial risk of starting a new business, reframe it as an opportunity to learn about financial management and being resourceful. If you're fearing public speaking, see it as a chance to grow in confidence and build your communication skills. This reframing is powerful. It aligns with what Howes often discusses, seeing challenges as part of the journey to greatness. When we overcome these hurdles, we don't just move closer to our goals. We become stronger. We become more resilient versions of ourselves. So as you write down this reframed limitation, commit to viewing it from a new perspective, from a new lens. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow and to learn and to move closer to the person that you are wanting to become in 2024. So with this new perspective on limitations, we're going to delve next into the crucial step of the power of self-reflection. Back to segment 4, the power of self-reflection. So let's talk about something really important now, looking inside ourselves. This is called self-reflection. So imagine it like looking in a mirror, but instead of seeing your face, you really see what's in your heart and in your mind. Rob Dahya really knows a lot about personal growth. He's just got so much knowledge about this. And he's written this book called Level Up, and it's basically a manual for our brain. He tells us that taking a good, hard look inside ourselves helps us figure out what we truly want and why. So let's try that. Ask yourself, why do you want the things that you want? Why do I want the things that I want? Maybe you want to be famous, or maybe you want to be really good at something, or maybe you want to leave something great behind for others. This isn't about deciding if your dreams are good or bad. It's about knowing them better. Howes says that when we know why we want something, everything we do makes more sense. It's like having a map for your actions. So grab a pen and paper and think about your big dream that we talked about earlier. Now write down why you want it. Simon Sinek talks about finding your why. It's so important to know why you're doing something, why you want something, because it gives you direction to where you want to be. Is it because it makes you happy? Is it something that you've always been good at? Or is it something that you think will make the world a better place? Understanding your why is like having a compass in your hand. It helps you stay on the right path and make sure every step you take is going to be in the right direction. So let's spend a minute now. Think and write. Why do you want what you want? I'll say that again. Why do you want what you want? Pause this episode so you can spend some time writing it down. Have you got any answers? If you have, great. Keep them in your mind as we move on to the next part. We will talk about how amazing things can happen when we line up our dreams with what we love doing. Welcome to the last segment, aligning with your passions. Now let's chat about something really exciting, doing what we love, our passions. Imagine doing something that makes you really super happy, and not just once in a while, but every day. Lewis Howes says that when we do what we love, life gets really good. So what is that thing that's for you? What makes you super excited and happy? Maybe it's painting, playing sport, writing stories, something totally different. Now think about how you can do more of that in your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to be something big. Even small steps can help make a big difference. So for example, if you love painting, maybe you can spend 30 minutes painting every day. Or if you dream of being a chef, try cooking a new recipe every week. It's all about finding ways to do more of what makes you happy every single day. Let's make this real. Write down one small thing you can do regularly to bring more of what you love into your life. This could be setting aside time for your new hobby, learning more about something you are curious about, or even making a change in your work to do more of what you enjoy. Doing what we love brings a special kind of happiness and meaning to our lives. It's like when joy and purpose come together. So take a moment right now and think about what you love and decide on one thing you can start doing. Great. Now keep this in mind as we move forward. Remember, doing what we love makes life not just good, but frickin' amazing. So as we wrap up today's journey, remember, this is just the beginning. Your life is the canvas, and you hold the brush. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of what you really want to become in 2024. Let's just keep this conversation alive and inspire each other to live the most authentic and fulfilling lives. Join the Champion Mindset Collective group on Facebook. Share this podcast with your friends and your family and workmates. And make sure you follow the podcast so that you know when new episodes are released weekly to inspire you. Until next time, keep pursuing your dreams with courage and conviction, and remember, you are the champion of your own story.